everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim and today I am doing another speed build. This one is indeed a castle build and it's called Highbourne Castle. Now it was built on the 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, and I actually thought earlier on this week I'm going to do, or I think I've been saying in a couple of previous videos that I'm going to be doing a bigger build, and in actual fact each and every time I came to build I ended up going for more of a suburban house, which by the time I finished really didn't turn out to be that big a build. So I had a little look back on my channel and I was thinking, you know, what can I do that's different, that I've not done for a while, that I'm going to enjoy? And I was looking back to some of my earlier videos and I'd done some really huge builds. I think I'd done a palace, I'd done a castle, and in fact one of my favourite builds that I've ever done was, I think it was Riverglade Castle, and I absolutely adore that build just to look at because I had an idea when I came to build that build, and the way that it turned out in the end was exactly how I wanted it to be. So I really loved that build and I thought, you know what, it's been ages since I've done a sort of castle type build, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, the way this starts off is really naff. And when I mean naff, I mean it looks rubbish. So just bear with it because this actually goes through a lot of changes. I didn't have a clear plan of how I wanted it to look. I knew I was going to start a castle build, but I just really didn't know where to start or whether I was even going to follow through and finish it off. So it really just started with me messing around and just trying a few different things out. I wanted to try and do the turrets in this build slightly different. I know lots of people come up with and can be really quite creative in their roofing techniques, and roofing for me is something that has developed a lot over the last year, I'd say. I think it's one of the tough things within the game, and certainly an area where people tend to struggle. So with this one I did want to try and make it a little bit different, and so I just went all out on sizing up anything and everything to create some rather strange looking turrets. And in all honesty, I'm not entirely sure whether it works in the end, but I did, you know, I just thought I will try something different and we'll see what it looks like. So it does look all kinds of crazy in the end, but it's a castle build and I think you're allowed to be a little bit crazy in The Sims and try some different things. So I didn't really do too much research into this build. Normally when, you know, I'm a little bit unsure about what to build, I'll go onto Pinterest or just Google and have a little fish about just for some inspiration. And with the castle builds, you can't really be too inspired. You sort of can, but a castle's a castle. So I just thought I'm just going to try and wing it and just go with it. Here you see me adding a pool, which I do go back to and I do amend. Yeah, I had this kind of like area in the middle of the castle that I wasn't too sure what to do with, and I could have actually cut out the central bit, and I was going to create some sort of balcony effects on the inside, but I thought no, I'm going to make it into, I think, what it's going to look like quite a traditional classy sort of castle from the outside, but I think when I come to do the interior it's going to be a lot more of a modern build. It will be part of, I think, the beginning of my series, which will be Millionaire's Row, and I want to create sort of a handful, I said this in my last video, but if you missed it, I wanted to create a handful of millionaires' homes within The Sims 4, so I'll probably do about 4 to 5, and this will be one of the first ones in that series. So I think for the interior I will go for more of a modern type look. Not too modern, but just very, you know, as if a celebrity had bought it and wanted to live in it, as opposed to maybe a queen or royalty or somebody regal. So I can imagine a very rich sim living here with their family, and I wanted to have obviously everything within it for entertainment, and really that's where I was going with this roof bit with the pool. Is I ended up adding in kind of a entertainment area and tables and chairs, barbecue areas, because I do want it to still have the feeling of a castle, but like I say, I want it to be fully functional for quite a modern day, a very rich and wealthy family. So again, I'm just messing around with the roofing. I wasn't sure what kind of colour palette I wanted to go for, so I think they're kind of like a strange green colour at the moment, the roofing. But I did want to go for a more traditional type of look for a castle. So I wanted to stick with the stones, but obviously, you know, I do go ahead and change up the colourings just to give it a little bit more contrast and depth. So I did go ahead and size up these little like bird tables and put them in the roofing. I don't even know whether that works or not, but I just thought they're really cute. So they'd look really good, you know, and matching with like one of the turrets. So yeah, I've gone ahead and done that. But that was a little bit different. As far as the other four pillars go, they've got a bit of anything and everything in them. You know, but I think it's just trying to create that kind of large turret effect without just sticking to the roofing. So I did quite enjoy doing this build. I do quite enjoy doing most of the builds, to be honest, because if I didn't enjoy it, then I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make these videos. But it's been a bit of a hectic week, really. I had a little look at my channel and I was thinking, I was feeling quite burnt out, and I think I said that in a few of my videos now, that, you know, I kind of like need to work out how to have a break and stuff, and I didn't actually realise how much I was uploading. So I've tried to kind of take it easy in the last couple of days, and I've just been reflecting over on the channel and deciding what it is that, or the direction that I want to go, and the sort of content that I want to put out. And I have been thinking about going back over to Twitch and starting some streaming, and that would just be a slow transition, but I think I dedicate quite a lot of time to making these videos. And I think I saw Jen Urban Sims, she posted up the other day on Twitter that she hadn't actually played The Sims for herself in a few months, and I kind of feel like I'm getting to that point as well, where it's literally about me sitting down and creating content as opposed to me enjoying it at the same time. But the good thing with Twitch is you literally just sat playing, and I think I need to do that as well. I need to break up the building a little bit and the let's plays and sort of just sit down and have a really good play, because I've not really played much of anything else at all in quite some time. So I'm probably going to have a little think about how I can find a happy medium with that, so as not to burn myself out, as well as, you know, finding time to just enjoy the game. I mean, I do enjoy doing this, obviously, and I enjoy the building aspects, but whenever I've built in the past before YouTube, I literally spend probably about a month solid playing The Sims, where I will just do building, and then I'll have a break and go off and play some different games, and then I'll return and maybe do actually playing The Sims. But yeah, I do tend to like swap it up and change it, and I think I've got to the point now where I've done several months just making game content solid for the channel, where I need to break it up a little bit and start actually playing the games again. So I think Twitch might be a good way to maybe get, you know, a couple of hours a week where I can just sit down and solid play, but I'm still doing something towards YouTube or towards my Twitch channel. So my daughter is currently She's just about to turn 7 months and she still hasn't had her first tooth through, and she is definitely teething at the moment. So finding the time to build and have some downtime in the evening is proving a bit difficult at the minute. So I'm probably going to relax a little bit with the channel and just, I'd rather take my time like I have done the last couple of days. I didn't look at my channel and think, oh, you know, I've not put something out today, which, to be fair, it's been like 2 days, that's it. But I thought I'm just going to take it easy and do something on a larger scale, but just relax with it. So I think that's why I enjoyed doing this castle as well, because I just sort of came onto this plot, decided that I wanted to do a castle, and just, I really didn't intend to build it, to be fair. I just intended to just mess around, see where I went, and this is what happened as a result. So I was like, oh, at least I've got something for the channel. But yeah. So I have just gone ahead and obviously recoloured the exterior and just stuck with the kind of grey and stone colour effect, because to be fair, this is actually a similar colourings, and I find that this build looks quite like the sort of vampire gothic church that I built not that long ago. Kind of has that same vibe, but I think it's the colourings that make it feel that way. But yeah, I decided to stick with the kind of like stone effect. And moving on to the landscaping now, I wanted again to keep that kind of quite plain and quite simple, but quite beautiful. I can tend to go really detailed with the landscaping, and I could have got carried away and I could have gone into it further, and to be honest, I've got the interior to do and I may still mess around with the exterior, but if I do, I will include it into the second part of this video. But for now, I try to keep it fairly simple, and there's not a lot going on exterior wise, as in activities and skills and things like that. I could have added in, you know, kind of the swings and the planters, but I just don't feel like they fit in to the landscaping of a build like this. So I didn't actually add them in, but obviously there is just heaps and heaps of space. So dependent upon the family that you choose to move into this home, if you decide to download it, you can add it into it, no problem at all, because there's just so much room. But I thought I'm just going to keep it very symmetrical and very much the same in the front and the back. So the next sort of things that will be coming up on the channel is I've got some parenthood let's plays to do. Now parenthood has taken a little bit of time because at this point I am choosing to do a bit more of a cutscene, which is to do with the storyline. So that's going to take a little bit more time, which is why obviously it's not been out as yet. But I'll be looking at doing a couple of parenthood let's plays and then obviously carrying on with the Black Widow challenge. I'd like to be doing those a little bit faster, and it's always a difficult one because I feel like, I mean, let's plays predominantly on anybody's channel, well, unless you're sort of a big YouTuber that specifically does let's plays, they don't tend to do as well as these speed builds. And you know, as somebody that came to YouTube wanting to do just speed builds, I don't kind of want to, I do want to do them, but then I don't want to kind of like bore anyone with constantly putting out let's plays, because they don't do as well as obviously what the speed builds do. But rest assured, I am still going to continue to do both, but there is a chance, and I have been thinking that what I might do is finish the Black Widow challenge and the Parenthood Let's Play on my channel, but then transition any further Let's Plays over to Twitch. So I'd like to do the 100 Baby Challenge, which I know has been done to death, but I kind of think that's something that would be really good to do on Twitch, just because with Twitch, you know, you can stream for a lot longer, and I'm likely to do a couple of hours at a time, so I can get through the challenge a lot quicker, because I'm finding with the Black Widow challenge, people only really want to see sort of 25 minutes to 30 minutes of footage at any one time, but to get things done in a challenge within that time is so difficult unless you're going to heavily edit the, you know, the clips, which I don't really want to do. So I thought, well, I might just finish these Let's Plays and then stick to just speed builds on the channel. But let me know, I mean, I don't really know how many. I do know there's like a small amount of you that are following the Let's Plays. So obviously I am going to make sure that I finish those on the channel. But yeah, if you are interested, then check my Twitch link down below. I'm not going to be doing it just yet. I might do a few trials over the next few days, but ultimately it's not something I'm diving into just yet, because I'm still finding my way. I've still got to kind of like control my schedule, which I've been talking about ridiculously for the last several videos. But yeah, it's just difficult to set a schedule, and I'm still trying to find my way. You know, there are still some days when I wake up and think, what the heck am I doing? Like, is this even worth it? Because it's so time consuming, and you just don't get a lot back. You know, at this point, there is no earnings there. I'm just doing it for the love of it. But sometimes, because I've been burning myself out a little bit lately, I'm thinking, really, what the hell am I doing this for? So, because I'm a little bit all over like that, obviously, I'm still finding my way. But I'm ploughing on. I'm still enjoying doing all these builds and still having lots of fun. And I will always play The Sims because I have such a massive passion for it, and I'm such a creative person as well. And in my day-to-day life, it's hard to find a way to be creative. And, you know, I mean, I used to be into art, and I was into writing as well. But I think with all of those things, you've got to be in the right frame of mind to, you know, especially with my writing and stuff like that, trying to find the peace and quiet in a home full of children is difficult. But with The Sims, I can turn it on and just completely zone in. So it's really, really good way to be creative and have that kind of outlet. But yeah, it's all about finding like a happy medium with everything for me at the moment, and obviously splitting the time amongst family as well. I was just thinking then as well, like, I feel like I moan a lot on my videos. You know, like, I go on about the same rubbish all the time about how I can't get myself together with a schedule and stuff like that. You know, if you don't want to listen to my voiceovers, feel free to mute them, because I would probably mute mine and play some music, but it's entirely up to you. Also wanted to say thanks for the suggestions, building suggestions. I have actually started one which was the Not So Berry house. I did start building one of those the other day because I thought I would actually quite like to do that challenge as well, which is something I might start on Twitch. But yes, I'm going to be definitely taking up those build suggestions and coming up with something. Another one was a community lot, so I'm going to have a little look on what I have not done yet and create something within the community that is going to be quite nice and exciting and something a little bit different. Also, if there's any specific community build you'd like me to have a go at, I can certainly do that as well. But any suggestions, just leave them down below in the comments. I always read the comments and aim to reply back as well. So yeah, feel free to do that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a little bit different. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to sub, because that helps out loads. So take care. Bye.